Hey everyone, week 2 keto results. I restarted keto. This is my second week. How did I do? Stick around and find out. Hi everyone, it's Anna the Keto Foodie here, and this is my second update with a keto or ketogenic diet restart. Now, this means I've been back on keto for 2 weeks, and this is my result. And for this week, I have lost another 2.5 pounds, which is yay! Now, for those of you who already saw last week's update, some of you might be going, hold on, didn't you just lose 8 pounds last week? What gives with the 2.5 pounds this week? I would assume you would have lost more. Well, the reason why I'm happy about it is that usually when people start keto, the first thing that goes is water weight. So all of that excess water that you have in your body from the constant bloating and all of the fat that starts to release here and there as you're starting to adapt to a more ketogenic process and are moving into and on ketosis. That releases water, plus you also have a lot of water weight already in your body. And as things flush out, the main thing that you lose is water weight. So for a lot of people, first couple of weeks or 2 to 3 weeks can be really dramatic losses because it's mostly water weight that they're losing. So that's actually why I'm happy, because if I've lost 2.5 and I did not lose another 8, it means more than likely that I've dropped the water weight and I've shifted into starting to lose the fat, because it's not another 6 pounds off, 5 pounds, 6, 7 pounds off. Now, it doesn't mean I can't have a really good week and just lose a good amount, but more than likely it means that I've lost the water that I needed to lose and have now shifted into actually losing fat. So, yay! As far as this week went, sure, okay. Good news, my hubby is now on keto. He decided to try it out. He figured might as well, and he's doing it, so he decided to do it with me. On the upside, I cook the food. I cook all of the food, including the food that he takes to work. So for him, it's a win. For me, it's also a win because I don't have to do 2 different things. The downside of that is that he can eat an extra 1,000 calories than I can. So he has more protein and more fat than I do. So whereas I normally do 50-50 when it comes to food prep and division, now it's more, 60-40 or even 75-25. So now I really have to make sure that everything is measured, that when I'm thinking about food, I'm taking into consideration his macros as well. Well then, it's been interesting. But the good thing is also that I've been showing him how to keep track of his own macros. We did calculate them, but I did help him with keeping track of his macros, showing him a few more ideas that he can do as far as food. And for the most part, he's been able to really move forward with that. So that's really good. Let's see. In other news, it's almost ladies' times, a bit TMI, but there you go. Which might also be why I am a bit bloated, and that might be the PMS happening there. So actually, I don't know if really there'd be a bigger loss or next week. But anyway, it's due any minute, so we'll see what happens there. It'll be interesting to see what happens after a cycle. But yeah, TMI. Sorry, guys. Let's see. And, oh, another thing is, yay me. If you don't know, a while back, I had a slip on the stairs and I hyperflexed my right knee. And it took a while to make it feel better. In fact, it wasn't 100%. I'd say it was about 80%. Now, that bugs me because I am both a Zumba instructor and a Sharkey belly dance instructor, and I've had to moderate my own class. Luckily, my ladies know they're free to jump when they want to, but I have to actually stay on the ground. But had an MRI. MRI said, no, you're fine. Bit of osteoarthritis behind the knee, but other than that, you're fine. And I'm like, no, not really fine. So the doctor said, let's do some physio. Fine. Okay. So as I'm looking for someone to do the physio, day before yesterday, Saturday, I was out in the back garden clearing stuff. And now we have an apple tree in the back garden. Yeah, well, I slipped on some apples, fell flat on my back, and re-injured my knee. So I've had to cancel all my classes. It's back to being painful, not as bad as the last time, but still. But now that will render me pretty immobile because I will be sitting down for as long as I can. What that will actually do to my program, we will see. I will be happy with what I get next week and the results next week. But, things happen. And that's, there's nothing else to do but to continue to heal. Food-wise, I've been noticing that our food in general has been a bit, bland. Not in taste or, not in flavor or anything, but just sort of in color. I'd like to put more pictures up, but they all seem to be green. Green and white, green and some sort of beige. Which means I'm not really going to, I'm really not being very creative. So I'm pushing myself this week. I'm going to be creative this week, get some color back in. I've already started thinking of some of the stuff that I used to do because I used to be on Slimming World. So some of my Slimming World recipes that I used to follow, I will keto those up and get some of that going. Otherwise, feeling fine. My feet, if you don't know, I'm a type 2 diabetic and I have nerve damage actually in one of my feet. So it means my foot is one foot actually looks constantly more swollen than the other. The degree of the swelling can vary greatly. Actually, for this past week, you can barely tell a difference, and that really makes me happy. So you can just see that it's working. It's working well. I'm feeling fine. I was very sad yesterday because I really wanted orange juice. But that was the extent of my craving. Other than that, no, we've even had burgers. We've been on a burger kick this week, making burgers with some nice keto mug bread. Just made it a little bit wider for some great buns. And it's been fantastic. So I really haven't had any issues with anything. As far as food-wise, it's been okay. Like I said, cooking for two with two different sets of macros has been a bit of a challenge, but it's getting easier. But other than that, so far so good. Like I said, the only thing that I've really craved has been orange juice. So that's that. I'm looking forward to next week. I hope you are too. I hope you'll come back in and check in with me. Now, if you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos and find out whenever I upload a video, then please click subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you very much for joining me. You really don't have to sit around and listen to me, but so I appreciate that you do, and I hope to see you again. Until then, I say foodie bye. Foodie bye.